God bless everybody. Welcome back to Side of Tech. Today I have something clean, the cleanest gaming mouse that you can ever imagine. And that is the Angry Meow Infinity mouse. And it just came out in white. Full metal design, hot swappable battery, 8K polling rate. You know, it's all the features that'll make a PC gamer feel a little funny. But does it deserve a spot on your desk? Let's find out today. This is David with Side of Tech, your casual nerd. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. First, let's talk about what comes with the box. In this briefcase, we're greeted with the mouse right away, and my first impression is this thing is light. Next, we have this special receiver that houses the extra battery. More on this later. Replacement foot pads and anti-slip stickers, the USB dongle that you'll need to connect to your PC, as well as the USB-C cable that connects to that dongle. You'll need this cable to connect to the receiver, and last but not least, a pouch to carry your mouse in. So we're getting a decent amount of things with this package, especially at a price tag that's a lot lower than other competing mice. And building upon that first impression, the finish of the mouse and that matte coating, it feels so much different than just a plain plastic or a glossy shell. But anyways, decent first impression. Let's go ahead and talk about the design, build, and comfort. The mouse has an exoskeleton design made out of magnesium and an aluminum alloy, which is pretty cool because it takes after a concept design car from Lotus, the Evanora. So you're getting full metal strength and a texture without full weight penalty. And you can really feel that since the mouse is only 49 grams, 39 without the battery. The shape is pretty ergonomic, more of a palm/claw hybrid style grip, but it really does depend on your hand. It also makes airflow better, so you're never gonna sweat with this thing. And I'd also like to say that the cloud white colorway especially is so visually appealing. Really works well on an all white setup. So we got a pretty light mouse, an awesome design, but how does this thing perform? Now that we talked about the specs, I do want to try doing kind of like a live demonstration of how I feel when using this mouse. So I'm just going to talk real quick about some general usage, and also I'm going to do some gaming and give you guys my live impressions on that. Using this mouse, it also does help that I have a glass mouse pad. Guys, I have it set to 8K polling. I know this is so cliche to say, but it really just feels like butter. All right, let's open some Steam. Okay, we'll try 2 games. First one, I know I want it to be Call of Duty, absolutely. Battlefield 6 isn't out yet, and that's really the game that I want to be testing, but Call of Duty is a pretty good testing game for like a Twitch shooter. So I actually haven't played Call of Duty in a while, so I might be pretty trash.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Let's try the swap. Okay, oh my God. Okay, another thing I also want to note is that the swappable battery, as soon as you install it, you have like half a second left before it gives out on the juice. The good thing is, as soon as you pop it in, it's like on. Let's try something realistic first. Like if we die, I'm gonna do a hot swap. I feel like that'd be when most people would switch it out, right? Okay, all right, let's swap. That's obviously realistic, right? Woo. Oh, I ran all around you, bro. Guys, see that? I never play this game. Yeah, let's go. I think I know how I'm gonna do the hot swap. Try to drop it from here, while at the same time dropping it from here, and then just swapping it. Let's try that out. Now let's say like, oh no, it died. Oh my God, I got a kill. Oh. Yeah, that didn't go well. Drawing the battery from the charger puck is not that good. Let's try swapping with the battery kind of like out here already available. Okay, let's try doing the swap right now. That's a lot faster. I can definitely get better with this though. Let's say that the battery just dies now. Oh. Okay. The hot swap is not gonna lie, a little bit clunky because, and I know why, it's because of the magnets. The magnets keep it nice and secure, but at the same time, it sticks too well. A downtime of like 1 or 2 seconds is not that bad, just as long as it doesn't just straight up die on you. Dude, let's go. Again, I never played this game, you guys. Let's go. Okay, so Call of Duty was my first game with this mouse. I gotta say, y'all, this is definitely a good mouse. It feels so light, and then the grip is just perfect. Like the coating of the mouse itself. The only other mouse that I can kind of compare it to is my Razer Viper Mini Special Edition. The only thing with this is the material is so slippery. Also, the quick swap feature, while being a little bit clunky when you're trying to do it live, like in the middle of a really intense game, is pretty nifty, especially if you're trying to just top it off. And like if you die or something, you could just quickly top it off. You don't have to worry about the battery life. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like it as much as my Razer mouse, but dude, this one, okay. Let's go. You guys, look at that. Oh my God, look at that. MVP, let's go. This mouse is goated. For the pros, I have to say that this is one of my favorite coatings on a mouse ever. And another pro is that this mouse is just really lightweight. I know that there are a lot of other mice out there that are lighter than this, but I do think that it strikes a perfect balance between being too heavy and too light. It's just right in the middle. It's perfect. And another pro, that hot swappable battery, you guys. I mean, you can technically say that this mouse does have a battery life, but with the 2 separate batteries that come with this mouse, you'll never run out of battery life. And with the AK polling of the mouse, it's just taken a seat on its throne amongst the best that are out there. And moving on to the cons, just to show you guys that, you know, not everything is perfect. Now, while I did list the weight as a pro in my opinion, it really does depend on the style of gameplay that you like to use with your mouse. Especially with those who like to use flicks with their mouse movements. I don't really like to use flicks. I'm just more of like just staying on the pad type of person. But for someone with smaller hands, I think a smaller mouse, kind of like the Viper Mini, will work out, or just something that weighs a little bit less. I think you'll be a little bit happier. This is definitely a full-size grip mouse, so just be aware of that. Another potential con can be the price tag. So the white version of this mouse is coming in at, I believe, at $139.99, so about $140, while the black version is coming in at $129.99. And while not being the most expensive mouse out on the market, $140 for a gaming mouse in this economy? Yeah, it's a bit pricey, so it's definitely not a budget mouse, but you have to go in understanding that. And the last real con that I have was the realistic using of the battery pack. So the hot swap ability, while being really awesome and such a cool concept, in the moments where you have some downtime in the video game, it's perfect. Like if you're in the middle of a firefight and this thing goes down, yeah, you're gonna die. But I'm honestly not willing to put in that time. I'd rather just swap out the battery on a fresh gaming session and then call it a day. And on to the final verdict. Did this mouse live up to the hype? This mouse, in my experience, just delivered on every single aspect that I was expecting of it. Really good build quality, and also it's just a dream to use. That's why the AM Infinity mouse is gonna get my highest rating of buy at full price. If you guys got the budget and you want something that looks and feels pretty high end, you can't go wrong with this mouse. Check out my last gaming mouse review on the Gravistar Mercury. That one was also a pretty interesting mouse. But with all that being said, you guys, this is David serving you a little side of tech, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you guys.